We're at the World Climate Summit here in Durban during COP17. World Climate Summit is about gathering business and policymakers to discuss how we can face the climate change challenge. For Alstom, it's an opportunity to meet with policymakers, to meet with other industrial associations, to meet with financial institutions to drive forward the right framework to incentivize low-carbon investments. Our Deputy CEO, Philippe Joubert, was in a workshop discussing what it takes to drive forward carbon capture and storage. Now, Alstom has made intensive investments in making the capture technology work.
I think carbon capture is really an essential part. It's not just me saying that. International Energy Agency, everybody who looks at this issue says the distance that we have to go, the amount of carbon that we have to reduce is such that we really need every technology that's available to us right now. That includes nuclear, that includes carbon capture, that includes renewables. We need everything.
Joan McNaughton has taken part in a plenary where they discussed what Africa can do in order to take a giant leap forward, a green leap.
We were looking at the challenge of bringing access to electricity to the several hundred million people in sub-Saharan Africa who don't have it now and who still won't have it in 2030 on current policies and at current levels of financial assistance. So we addressed what governments can do and what the private sector can do in order to meet that challenge and really to get on with delivering clean power more effectively and more quickly.
Philippe Joubert has also been in a plenary about sustainable energy for all. Sustainable energy for all is not just about renewable energy. Demand for energy is so significant. By 2050 we will be 9 billion people, and to meet those demands all technologies are needed.
When you talk access to energy for all, you are talking billions of people. And if you look at what exists today, it's a huge constraint on the system. If we give energy to all, and this is a moral obligation, nobody will deny, you will have to put a lot of constraints on the emission of CO2. And then all the energy, including carbon capture after coal burning, are absolutely necessary if we want to reconcile the legitimate wish to give electricity to all or energy to all and the respect to environment, which is what we are here today.
During the World Climate Summit, Alstom has taken the opportunity to host a roundtable. We have invited Minister Gigaba of South Africa and a number of other people from the financial sector, from the policy sector, from green NGOs to discuss a clean power for development.
And the conclusion we reached was that firstly, what's absolutely crucial is to have the right policy framework. So you've got to have a stable, predictable framework for your energy policy to give confidence to investors. There's a lot that can be done actually to make it easier for projects to get off the ground, whether that be in streamlining permitting processes or in helping to put together the financing packages that are needed for those projects. It's crucial that we have a price on carbon because that's going to be the best way, the most cost-effective way and the most effective way to transform the way we produce and use energy so that it actually is compatible with no more than a 2-degree increase in the average global temperature by the end of this century.
We have the clean solutions that are needed in order to drive the low-carbon future. But in order for us to do our part of the work, we need policymakers to make the right commitments.
And without such action, then the consequences for everything we do, for the way industry operates, for agriculture, for sustainability, for the availability of water, all of those things are going to be really, really difficult to manage. The consequences of not acting quickly are really going to be very serious indeed.
We are in the business of development. There is no real difference between developing, developed world. All the planet needs solution for electricity and mobility, but we don't have time to wait. There is a sense of urgency that we have to have, and all the solutions are ready and available. We just have to do it now. The solution will come from the private sector. We have the technologies that are going to be used. We have the financing, but we will make the decision. We will apply this decision and we will bring the solution.